There was two other fights. The two last fights I heard about Bruce Lee was on a set of his last movie, Enter the Dragon, and there's people here that will talk to you about it. Linda Lee is one, and a couple of his co-stars the other. So listen to this.
Some of its fight scenes remain unmatched. But here's something most people don't know: outside of the movie itself, there were real fights on set, raw, unscripted, and far more brutal. During the filming of Enter the Dragon in Hong Kong, one scene required over 400 stuntmen. The production team had no choice but to hire local gang members to fill the roles. Unlike professional stuntmen, these gangsters weren't exactly polite. While Bruce Lee was resting between takes, one of them suddenly challenged him to a real fight. And the most reliable witness to this moment was none other than Bruce Lee's wife, Linda Lee.
There were a couple of incidents that happened during the filming of Enter the Dragon that perhaps are not evident to the viewer because it's all pieced together nicely. There was one extra on the set who I guess thought he would just see if Bruce was really a martial artist or was just an actor who was faking it. And he, between takes, when the extras are sitting around, standing around, and Bruce had a little time on his hands, one of these extras was goading Bruce all the time, like teasing him, like saying, you know, you're not any big stuff. I bet you can't do a side kick and da da da. And normally this kind of thing did not faze Bruce at all because he had evolved to that stage of being a martial artist that did not need to prove himself to every person that came along issuing a challenge or teasing him or picking on him or anything. So he did not always feel the need to react in the way that the person would be hoping that he would. But on this occasion, and I happened to be there on the set that day, and on this occasion, this kid was trying to show Bruce up and say he was a paper tiger. And Bruce felt that it had reached the point where if he did nothing and said nothing, he would not be able to inspire the rest of the extras to cooperate with him in the fight scenes and do what they needed to do to complete the movie. So he felt he needed to take a leadership role and to show this young man that he was going to have to eat his words. But he did it in a nice and playful way, and he called the guy down from where he was sitting up on a wall, throwing jibes at Bruce, and he said, hey, come on down here, you know. So he brought him down, and in the martial arts vernacular, I guess you would say he played with the young man. And he said, you know, they got in a stance, and he said, okay, go ahead, you know, try and throw a kick. Anyway, they had a little back and forth there, and by the time it was over, in about 30 seconds time, the young man was a true believer, and Bruce accomplished this in good nature, did not hurt the young man, but certainly showed him that he was a true martial artist and very skilled and knowledgeable. So everything went smoothly after that.
Filming Enter the Dragon took approximately 3 months. Aside from the fight witnessed by Bruce Lee's wife, Linda Lee, there was another real fight on set, this time challenged by a different stuntman. That fight was witnessed by Madalena Chan, the production manager, and later confirmed by Henry Wong, the film's second unit cameraman.
So anyway, there was this kid and said, I'll bet you anything I'm faster than you are. Bruce says, okay, if you're betting me, let me help you out. To draw a circle on the ground.
Oh yeah, I didn't bet.
Remember,
Yeah,
draw a circle on the ground.
Yeah.
He says, I'm gonna let you hit me 3 times.
Yeah.
If you push me out of the ring, I lose. But I'm gonna hit you back 1 time. So the kid did, right?
Yeah.
Of course, he never pushed Bruce out of the ring. And then Bruce says, okay, my turn. So tell the kid, he said, I am going to hit you right here. He said, ready? And the kid says, what do you mean ready? Before he said anything, his teeth stopped falling out of the mouth. We were just so fast.
According to Madalena Chan, Bruce Lee confronted the stuntman who challenged him and took him down inside a small circle he drew on the floor. These unscripted fights weren't just stunts, they showcased Bruce Lee's unmatched speed. Many others on set witnessed the same fight between
Sadly,
Bruce Lee and the stuntman.
Bruce Lee never got to see this movie come out. He wound up dying July 27th, 1973 at the age of 32. He went to a friend's house. He had a bad headache. She gave him some medication. He laid down. He never woke up. So sad. A legend. Rest in peace to the great Bruce Lee. There was thousands of people in the street outside the funeral home of Bruce Lee's funeral. People couldn't even go inside. There were so many. There was no room in the streets. Streets were shut down. Thousands of people. The best passed away. The biggest star that come out of Hong Kong, and probably the biggest martial artist in the world till this day to me. So rest in peace to one of the greatest, probably the greatest martial artists. They took him back home to Seattle to get buried. And he's buried right next to his son, unfortunately, who wound up dying 20 years later. Rest in peace to the two of them. After seeing this video, this documentary, do you still think Bruce Lee wasn't a real fighter? Let me know in the comments. Like this video and share it and let people see it. Rest in peace to the best, Bruce Lee. I hope you enjoyed this video.